Hey juniors! So today we're going to be continuing our review for the benchmark, which is next week, as well as finishing our exit ticket from yesterday on 1984. So we have a lot on our plate. First we're going to finish those exit tickets. Some of you may have already finished them yesterday, and that's fine. We're still going to pass it back today so that you have one more look at it before you turn it in for a grade. I want to see all of you practicing your best test-taking strategies in preparation for your benchmark, and we're going to use the 1984 exit ticket worksheet for review. Then we'll move on to some more guided practice, and by next Friday you'll be able to rock your benchmark 1. So let's get in the zone, stay focused, and work hard all day. Before you get your exit ticket, I want you to go ahead and review a couple of things. First, we're going to look at the characteristics of a dystopia. There are 3 main characteristics of a dystopia that we're going to talk about today. First is that there are very strict rules and freedom is restricted. Second, everyone looks and acts the same. Third, the government is constantly watching. Now we know that the society in the game is a dystopia. The society in 1984 is also a dystopia. So be prepared for that when you are reading the text. In the book 1984, the main character Winston works at a newspaper. Usually he prints whatever the government tells him to print, in other words, propaganda. But one day he decides to do something else in order to protest the oppressive government. When you get your worksheet back, you need to do 3 things. First, read the excerpt in its entirety one more time. The more times you read, the better your comprehension. Second, after each paragraph, jot down the central idea in the margin. The benchmark is on the computer, but you can and should ask for a blank piece of paper to take notes. Lastly, cross out the answers you know are wrong and put check marks next to the ones that might be right. After you've completed all 3 of these steps, you may raise your hand to receive your bubble sheet. Make sure you copy down these 3 steps that you're going to take on your I&M worksheet. So your exit ticket worksheet will look like this. This is not the question from the exit ticket. However, this is an example from yesterday's homework. So here you have your text, and then here you have your question. The first thing you're going to do is read the text. Wait, didn't you hear that? Jesse motions for the others to lower down and points to a sound coming from the boys' shower area. Dorian's heart sounds like the steady beat of a drum inside of him. He pauses. The words of his aunt echo in his mind. He's a good kid. Dorian knows this isn't right, but trying to get out of the situation this late would anger the other boys. Jesse will never let me hear the end of it if I decide not to go through with this. But Mr. Harris will think that I've betrayed him after all that he has done if he finds out who has stolen the fundraiser money, Dorian thought. That's our text. The first thing we're going to do is write the central idea. So copy on your worksheet, write what I write. Our central idea is, Dorian is making a bad decision and feels guilty about it. On your exit ticket worksheet, you are going to write a central idea for every single paragraph. Now look at a question. Our question is, how does the author develop Dorian's point of view? I'm going to go ahead and underline a couple of important parts in this question. Dorian's point of view. I know what I'm looking for. I'm going to read the 4 answer choices. A, by describing the setting. This paragraph definitely doesn't tell us the setting, the place where the story is taking place, so I can cross that out. B, by including dialogue between Dorian and Jesse. Okay, so Jesse does ask a question, but there's definitely no conversation going on here, so I can cross this one out as well. C, by describing Dorian's devotion to his aunt. It does say that Dorian remembers something that his aunt says, but it doesn't tell us any more about their relationship, so I can definitely cross that out too. D, by revealing Winston's inner thoughts. Okay, it definitely says in the text things like the italics words where Dorian is thinking right here. and the words of his aunt is echoing in his mind. So he's definitely thinking. That's probably the answer. And since that's the only one answer choice I have left, I'm going to put a circle around that. That's the correct answer. This is how I want you guys to answer every single question today. Benchmark in 5 school days, guys. We need to be ready for this. So take this exit ticket super seriously and do really hard work on our review.